Hello everyone, welcome to this session. In this session, we are going to take some of the numerical problems on moment of inertia. In that, how to determine the moment of inertia for a different section, about the center of gravity in x-x axis, in the y-y axis, at the edges of the cross section in the x-x axis or y-y axis, or the distance from the CG, the distance of the axis from the CG. Also, we are going to take one problem combinedly to determine the moment of inertia of the section. Let us take one problem. A rectangular lamina is 40 mm wide, 120 mm deep. Calculate its moment of inertia with respect to number 1, horizontal and vertical centroidal axis. Second, 40 mm side. C, 120 mm side. D, horizontal axis 60 mm below the bottom. E, vertical axis 20 mm away from the 120 mm sides. So in this particular problem includes the moment of inertia for all the sections of this beam section. So here it is in the first we have to determine the vertical x-x axis, vertical y-y axis and horizontal x-x axis, that moment of inertia we have to determine. After that, at the edges of this section, the edge is AB, so moment of inertia of this particular edge, about this particular edge we have to determine, and at BC also we have to determine the moment of inertia. Also, the horizontal axis which is below 60 mm from the bottom, so bottom is AB and here it is the horizontal axis is there HH. So again we have to determine the moment of inertia with respect to this horizontal axis 60 mm from the edge. Also vertical axis 20 mm which is 120 mm side, which is 20 mm away from the 120 side. So this is a 120 mm side and this vertical axis is 20 mm from this particular side. So again we have to determine the moment of inertia for this axis. So let us start with one by one. Very first, for a rectangular lamina, so this is a rectangular lamina is there and the dimensions of this lamina is breadth is 40 mm and depth of this lamina is 120 mm. So for this lamina we can determine the area of cross section. So sides are known, so 40 mm, 40 into 120 will get 4800 mm square. So this is the area we calculated. After that we start from this moment of inertia for x-x axis. For this lamina, this is centroidal horizontal axis is x-x. So we will first determine the moment of inertia. So for the determination, because this centroidal axis is there, so we have the formula, it is BD cube. This is a rectangular cross section, that's why our formula is BD cube by 12. So B is the breadth, D is the depth. So we have the dimensions, you put that values B and D, BD cube by 12 will get the value. So that is the moment of inertia Ixx about this horizontal axis at the centroid. After that, second is the moment of inertia about y-y axis. So again in the y-y axis, again our formula is change like this. First of all you have to take the breadth and after that depth. So here it is, if you take this y-y axis, at that time your first dimension is D and second dimension is B. So that's why the formula becomes dB cube by 12. So in that case, first of all you have to take like this, the parallel dimension about the axis and then perpendicular dimension. So parallel dimension is 120 into 40 cube divided by 12. If you do the calculation, we'll get the value 0.64 into 10 raised to 6 mm raised to 4. So mind well, the unit of moment of inertia about the axis is mm raised to 4. After that, third one is the moment of inertia about 40 mm side. So moment of inertia about 40 mm side, like this. Here is the AB is the edge is there for this lamina, and which side is 40 mm. So about 40 mm we have to determine the moment of inertia. So means IAB, you have to determine the moment of inertia about AB side. So IAB is equal to BD cube by 3 here. So if you want to finding out the moment of inertia at the edges, at that time the formula is BD cube by 3. So B is 40, D is 120 cube divided by 3. So the value will get 23.04 into 10 raised to 6 mm raised to 4. After that, moment of inertia for 120 side. 120 side means this BC side. This BC side is 120 mm. So you can see here the dimensions are written. So again the same formula, but only just change is there parallel dimension and perpendicular dimension. So IBC, I means moment of inertia about BC side. So dB cube by 3. So D is 120, B is say 40 cube divided by 3. So we'll get the value 2.56 into 10 raised to 6 mm raised to 4. Are you getting this? Because the moment of inertia for different sections we are taking. First we have taken that about centroidal axis in x and y. After that the edges means this side 40 mm side and 120 mm sides we have determined at the edges of this lamina moment of inertia. So now again for rectangular lamina we determine this area of cross section of this lamina, but here it is again we have to determine the HH axis is the required horizontal axis. We have to determine the moment of inertia of this HH axis, which is 60 mm from the edges or from the lamina, 60 mm from the lamina. So you can see here that horizontal axis is 60 mm below the bottom. So below the bottom of this lamina there is a 60 mm horizontal axis HH is there. So we have to determine the moment of inertia about this HH axis. So firstly, so for this we have to use the parallel axis theorem. Already we know that parallel axis theorem IHH is equal to IXX plus AH square. So if your axis is away from this lamina or that cross section, at that time you have to use the parallel axis theorem. So in the parallel axis theorem the formula is IHH is equal to IXX plus AH square. So IXX already we found, because IXX is the moment of inertia about XX axis at the centroid. A is the area of cross sectional area of this lamina. H is the distance from the lamina, from the center of the lamina. So here it is, H is the distance 60 mm at the bottom, and from the center means from the centroidal axis to the axis which we have to determine moment of inertia. So that distance we have to find in. First is the 60 mm up to the bottom, and at the center if you go, so we'll get the 120 divided by 2 again 60. So 60 plus 60 is equal to 120. So from the centroidal axis the distance of this HH is 120 mm. So put these values in the formula of parallel axis theorem. So IXX we already found earlier, 5.76 into 10 raised to 6. Area we know, H we found out here, the distance from the center of the lamina 120 square. So after calculation we'll get the value 74.88 into 10 raised to 6 mm raised to 4. The unit is mm raised to 4 for the moment of inertia. After that, in the figure you can see the VB axis is also there, which is a required vertical axis from which we have to determine the moment of inertia. And from the distance from the sides of the lamina is 20 mm. So here it is, you can see this vertical axis is there which is away from the lamina about 20 mm distance. So here it is 20 mm which is away from this lamina. This is VV axis. We have to determine the moment of inertia about this VV axis. So again the parallel axis theorem we can use here, that is IVB. IVB means moment of inertia about VV axis, and plus it is along the YY axis. That's why our formula is IYY plus AH square, where H is h is the distance from the centroid of this lamina to the required axis. Our required axis is VV, and the distance from the centroid is 20 plus this 40 divided by 2, again 20. So 20 plus 20, 40 mm. So from this axis, the distance of the required axis is 40 mm. So put these values in this particular formula. IVV, IYY, moment of inertia about YY axis, means at the centroidal axis, we already found here. You can see 0.64 into 10 raised to 6. So put that value 0.64 into 10 raised to 6 plus area is same for this lamina 4800, and h is the distance from the centroid to required axis. So this is the distance VV to YY. So that horizontal distance is 40 mm. If you put this value, we'll get the value 8.32 into 10 raised to 6 mm raised to 4. So that is the required moment of inertia of this axis. So in this way, we have determined all this. We have covered moment of inertia for all the axes, all the required axis, which is away from the lamina, which is at the centroid, about x-axis, about y-y axis, at the edges of the lamina. So here it is 5 different types we have covered, and we would determine the moment of inertia for all these. So that's it from this problem. I hope you understood for moment of inertia, and also by the parallel axis theorem how to determine the moment of inertia for a different axis which is away from the lamina. Thank you very much.